What's up, YouTube? This is Shawboys2324, aka Henry Scarborough Jr., and this is another DVD review. This is a DVD review of Shawn Michaels' My Journey Through the Set. Story about this DVD. I wanted this DVD when it first came out because it was to add another Shawn Michaels DVD to my collection, and what happened was like they all sold out, so I had to wait, and I finally got it. It re-released at Walmart or certain stores, and I got them automatically for like $10. So yeah, let's get into this review. Shawn Michaels, My Journey Through the Set. See right here, see Shawn Michaels, My Journey Through the Set. You see Shawn Michaels, My Journey. Shawn Michaels is one of the most charismatic and talented athletes in the history of entertainment. For more than 20 years, he has wild crowds, earning accolades, championships, and numerous monikers, including the Icon, the Main Event, and Mr. WrestleMania. Now, for the first time ever, Shawn Michaels sits down and in an intimate interview retraces his early days in Texas through his Rocker Tag Team partnership in AWA and WWE, through the multiple reigns as WWE Champion. Shawn Michaels' My Journey offers surprising insights and absolute candors as he relives his career. Let's continue reading. He relives the highs and lows of his historic career. Over 20 amazing matches from 80s, 90s, and 2000s. Most available on DVD for the very first time, demonstrate why Shawn Michaels is truly the showstopper. Matches included Triple H, Undertaker, the Hart Foundation, the British Bulldog, Mankind, 1-2-3 Kid, Kurt Angle, Randy Orton, and many more. This DVD is PG. This running is 9 hours. As you can see, the evolution of his elbow drop from top rope. Open it up. See right there. You see Shawn Michaels making his entrance in WrestleMania 12. You see Shawn Michaels holding the WWE Championship. See right here, he making his entrance on WrestleMania 24, WrestleMania 25. Open it up. See Shawn in the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. There's nothing behind these discs, so let's continue. See Shawn Michaels with his signature pose. This one, feet on. First thing you see is feet on the ground. That's basically the whole like song of the to this DVD. Start off with this one. A boy in a man's world. Shawn Michaels versus One Man Gang, World Class Championship Wrestling, January 11, 1985. This match, Shawn basically talks about how he's basically a boy, like how he started off in his debut, like it's one of his debut matches. One Man Gang won, squashed them. Our big event. Midnight Rockers versus Playboy Buddy Rhodes and Pretty Boy Duck Summers. AWA Wrestling Rock, April 20th, 1986. Shawn Michaels basically talks about how they were basically they would be chasing these men all around till they finally got a chance at the WWE the Tag Team Championships from AWA. Rocking All Night, AWA World Tag Team Championships match. Midnight Rockers versus the Nasty Boys, AWA Championship Wrestling, March 5th, 1988. This is a match where Shawn talks about how the Nasty Boys were great friends to them. They basically was partying all night. There was a quote that said they wanted us. That's the next match. Rockers versus Brainbusters, Boston Garden, March 18, 1989. This is the match where he basically now like tag teams had wanted to wrestle. They had wanted to wrestle them. Tag team success: Rockers versus Hart Foundation, Madison Square Garden, November 25th, 1989. Shawn basically talks about how they won the championships from the Hart Foundation, but the WWE never counted. So it says going solo, Intercontinental Championship match: Shawn Michaels versus Bret the Hitman Hart, Ottawa, Ontario. June 2nd, 1992. Shawn basically talks about how he was going solo for the first time. He didn't really know much. He didn't really know much as a single compared to compared to when he had a partner with him. Always having fun with Davey. Shawn Michaels versus British Bulldog, Raw, March 6, 1995. It basically is a match where Shawn Michaels basically said that he always had fun working with British Bulldog. God rest his soul. Contrasting styles. Intercontinental Championship match: Shawn Michaels versus Sid Vicious. Raw, September 11, 1995. Shawn basically talks about how him and it's basically a big versus small. High Flyers, Shawn Michaels versus 1-2-3-Kid, Raw, March 4th, 1996. Shawn basically talks about how they're both high flyers. They basically they do almost anything in the ring. That was actually a good match. It's the funny thing about it in this one, when I first was watching it, I actually fell asleep, and during the Shawn Michaels versus British Bulldog, I don't think the match was boring. I was just I just fell asleep because I probably was tired. See feet on the ground again. The champion. This too. Shawn Michaels versus Mankind, Raw, August 11th, 1997. Shawn basically talks about how he was the champ. He was basically he put pressure on himself to make great matches, and Mick Foley, aka Mankind, aka Mick Foley, basically he needed Mick Foley to get that certain edge out of him, because he basically was putting pressure on himself as a champ. WWE didn't put pressure on him; he basically put pressure on himself. D-Generation X European Championship match: British Bulldog versus Shawn Michaels, one night only, September 20th, 1997. I watched this match and also played this match on WWE 13. This match is hilarious. Basically, Shawn had since he wanted to win every championship that WWE offered. That's why he became the first Grand Slam champion. Triple H was second. If you did not know that. This for the European Championship. He also talks about how DX was forming and all that stuff. I already got into that in my previous videos. This is going to be our casting match for the WWE Championship: Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker, Royal Rumble, January 18th, 1999. Yeah, oh my God, 1998. Basically, he talks about how Shawn and Undertaker basically had great chemistry together in the ring. That apparently, in this spot, you see The Undertaker basically shattered on Shawn Michaels' back. That's why he was out for 4 years. And then came back until SummerSlam 2002 to face Triple H. By the way, he only trusted Triple H and nobody else. Ups and downs: Shawn Michaels versus Chris Jericho, WrestleMania 19, March 30th, 2003. Ups and downs, basically, he talks about his highs and lows in his career up to that point. And he also talks about how, basically talks about, I think he mentioned it in the match, I'm not sure. I think he basically talks about how, Chris Jericho, basically, Shawn was basically facing a mirror image of himself, aka Chris Jericho. So, Yeah, that was a good match too. Shawn Michaels versus segment was my friend Shawn Michaels versus Nature Boy Ric Flair. Bad Blood, June 15, 2003. Basically, he compares this match to the match to Flair's retirement match. How like it was different. Like it was basically like different. It was different. It was like two of them were different matches, told two different stories. High Expectations, Shawn Michaels versus Kurt Angle, WrestleMania 21, April 3rd, 2005. This was a great match. I would suggest you watch it if you want a great match from Shawn Michaels and Kurt Angle. High Expectations, he talks about how since Kurt Angle is the best mat wrestler or best amateur wrestler, he basically had to step up his game and he had to learn like a different style than so he had to learn what like Kurt Angle was doing in the ring. Montreal and Hulkster. Shawn Michaels promo in Montreal on Hulk Hogan. He basically talks Raw, August 15, 2005. This is, I think, after SummerSlam 2005, where apparently Hulk Hogan did not put over Shawn Michaels, but Vince told him to, so it's not Hulk Hogan's fault. He talks about Montreal Screwjob. If you want to find out more about with Shawn Michaels, I would suggest getting the rivalry DVD between Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels, and then Hulkster basically talking about. He basically said that it's a quote. I can't really remember. He basically said that it was basically too quick. Like it was only like one match and done. Like they were supposed to actually have like 3 matches against each other, but they only have 1. So yeah. This 3. You see Feet on the Ground, Tribute to the Troops, Boot Camp match, Shawn Michaels versus Triple H, Raw, December 19th, 2005. Basically, in this the Tribute to the Troops thing, he basically want to entertain the troops, and like he respects how the troops in Iraq, I think, or whatever they are, he basically respects them. It was such a big high hopes. The funny thing is that Triple H, it was hilarious. He basically, like what he did was like a referee had pointed on like a thing on him, like a thing. It was a thing on his arm, and basically he gave him like a funny salute. It was hilarious. I would suggest you watch it just for that. Like, in this match, you don't really care about the match quality. It was just a match to it was just basically a match. That's all, to entertain the troops. It wasn't really big or anything. It was just a match. The Veteran. Fatal 4-way match for the WWE Championship. John Cena versus Shawn Michaels versus Edge versus Randy Orton. Backlash, April 29th, 2007. This is a match where he basically talks about he's a veteran now. So it's like a match that like a younger guy like John Cena or Edge or Randy Orton basically saying like he wants to make sure like I had a good match. Not like, oh, well, it was alright. It was not really special. He wants to make everything special. In this match, oh my gosh, Shawn Michaels almost had the championship. He almost had the WWE Championship. He almost had a chance. If you watch the match, you know what I mean. Legend Killer, WWE Championship match, Shawn Michaels versus Randy Orton. Survivor Series, November 18th, 2007. He basically talks about how he has to work a different style. He couldn't use Sweet Chin Music. He basically told a good story in this match. Basically, I think Shawn Michaels knows that he needs Sweet Chin Music to beat the opponent instead of not with Sweet Chin Music. I guess he actually does need it. The Family Man, unsanctioned match, Shawn Michaels versus Chris Jericho, Unforgiven, September 7th, 2008. Basically, he's talking about how he's a family man. Stuff like that. This was a brutal match. I don't get how Chris Jericho got beat up in this match and then he won the World Heavyweight Championship. That's just crazy. That's beyond me. Shawn Michaels almost like he had no remorse whatsoever. He's gonna hurt. He was almost if this was actually like real, he would kill Chris Jericho. Mr. WrestleMania. Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels, 25th anniversary of WrestleMania, April 5th, 2009. It basically talks about this is a match. This is probably like this is a great match. The year later match, it told a better story though, but I like this match even better. One thing I didn't like about this match was Shawn Michaels made a mistake. Never, if your opponent has like a tombstone, like something that grabs you, like a grappling move or something like that, don't jump off the top rope. I think Shawn Michaels learned that the hard way. Overall, it's a great match. There's a question that says greatest ever. I believe that Shawn is probably like the greatest wrestler in the world, greatest wrestler. I think he's like the best. Like, imagine a match with like Hulk Hogan again, or another match he didn't have with like Sting or like The Rock. I mean, think about that. Like, you know how many like great matches were with what came out. So overall, what I think about this DVD, it's something different. It's not like a documentary. It's almost like an interview match. I like the interview. It was good. I thought it was gonna be a downside, but actually it turned into a good thing. So overall, I like this DVD. One of my favorites. I would suggest you pick it up if you're a Shawn Michaels fan. Like I said, this DVD came out in 2009. Anyways, subscribe. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and I'm out. Peace.